When someone you're interested in gives you the cold shoulder, it can sting. It's a common experience, and it's natural to feel hurt, confused, or even angry. But how we react to that situation is what truly matters. This isn't about manipulating someone. It's about understanding yourself and responding in a way that aligns with inner strength and emotional well-being, a core principle of Stoicism. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about managing them, understanding their source, and preventing them from controlling you. First, it's important to understand that someone ignoring you doesn't necessarily mean you've done something wrong. There could be a million reasons why someone isn't responding. They might be busy, dealing with personal issues, or simply not interested. Trying to decipher the exact reason can be a rabbit hole of speculation, and it often leads to unnecessary anxiety. Instead of focusing on why they're ignoring you, shift your attention to how you're responding to the situation. One of the biggest traps we fall into is seeking external validation. We become overly invested in someone else's opinion, and their lack of response feels like a personal rejection. This is where the concept of an inner locus of controls becomes crucial. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions, and to accept that we have no control over the actions or feelings of others. When you base your self-worth on whether someone pays attention to you, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. So, what should you do? The Stoic approach emphasizes rationality and self-control. Don't react impulsively. Resist the urge to bombard them with messages, get angry, or try to force a response. These actions are driven by emotion, and they rarely lead to a positive outcome. Instead, practice detachment. This doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't depend on their validation for your happiness. A key aspect of this is accepting what is. Acknowledging the reality of the situation, that they aren't responding, without resistance. This acceptance isn't resignation, it's a starting point for regaining your inner peace. Focus on your own values and principles. Remember who you are, what you stand for, and what brings you joy. Invest your time and energy in things that matter to you: your hobbies, your friendships, your goals. This is where true self-respect comes from. Cultivate a strong sense of self-worth that isn't dependent on external approval. If you do this, their lack of attention will have less impact. It's tempting to want to destroy their ego, as the video title suggests. However, Stoicism isn't about seeking revenge or inflicting pain on others. It's about protecting your own inner peace and maintaining your own integrity. Trying to manipulate someone's emotions is a disservice to yourself and doesn't align with a virtuous character. Instead, focus on your own growth and development. Practice mindfulness, being present in the moment and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Challenge negative thought patterns, like assuming their silence means you're unworthy. This situation can be a powerful opportunity for personal growth. It forces you to confront your attachment to outcomes, your reliance on external validation, and your own emotional responses. It is a test of your resilience. By choosing to respond with calm, self-control, and a focus on your own well-being, you strengthen your inner strength and build a more solid foundation for happiness. Emotional independence is not about being cold or detached. It's about having your own internal source of strength and contentment. When you prioritize these qualities, you become less dependent on external validation, like being in a relationship. You find strength and fulfillment within yourself, rather than seeking it from someone else. This inner strength becomes your anchor during times of emotional turbulence. It reminds you of your inherent worth, independent of any relationship status. Dealing with lost interest is undeniably painful. It forces us to confront our vulnerabilities and question our self-worth. It's a journey, not a destination, and I hope this video has inspired you to embark on your own path of self-discovery and transformation. By practicing Stoic principles like recognizing that others' opinions are often about them, not about us, and focusing on our own virtuous behavior, we can become more resilient to negativity and less affected by the actions of others. It allows us to detach from the outcomes of interactions and maintain inner peace. The key is to remember that we can't control how others feel or act, but we can control our response. We can choose to react with reason, compassion, and self-control, even when faced with difficult people. However, this exploration leaves us with a lingering question. The research touched upon outward behaviors, but it didn't deeply explore the role of perception. How much does our own self-doubt and insecurity contribute to our interpretation of others' actions? Sometimes, what we perceive as dislike might simply be a reflection of our own internal struggles. Furthermore, the nuances of cultural differences in communication styles weren't fully examined. But there's another unresolved problem lurking beneath the surface. Many intelligent men struggle with the concept of emotional availability, being truly open to receiving love and affection. They may subconsciously build walls to protect themselves from potential pain, ultimately hindering their ability to form deep, meaningful connections. This requires a deeper dive into understanding personal history and addressing underlying fears, something beyond the scope of this video, but essential for lasting fulfillment. Remember, building strong, healthy relationships takes effort, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace your emotions. Like this video, if you found it helpful, share it with someone who could benefit from it, and subscribe for more insights on living a virtuous and fulfilling life. It's a journey of continuous improvement, a practice of aligning your actions with your values. You have the power to create the relationships you desire. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving to be the best version of yourself. Focusing on virtue, reason, and self-control will guide you on that path. And remember, a truly intelligent man isn't afraid to learn and grow, especially when it comes to matters of the heart.